1st then it was the end of the rookie year 2017. He advocated a complete clean sweep of all the defensive coaching staff. He's a rookie saying we should fire all the defensive coaches, every one of them. Wade Phillips, are you listening to this? Because this is who you're about to deal with. Then early next year, he gets into it with A.J. Green, gets in a big fight during the game, and gets ejected. This is what you're dealing with. Over-emotional, high-strung, can just go crazy. There's a little Odell Beckham going on here in his psyche.
Well, I think the thing that Wade has working in his favor, Skip, Jalen Ramsey is probably the 15th best defensive guy Wade Phillips has ever coached.
Okay.
So he does have that. So Wade comes with credibility.
He does.
When you coach Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Ricky Jackson, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware.
I'm thinking of all those guys. All of them are pretty coachable. Coachable. Maybe Vaughn can be a little difficult.
And a lot of these guys, Skip, they were Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
They were Super Bowl MVP under Wade Phillips' tutelage.
Well, I'm going to say good luck to Wade on this one because now we go to the end of the year. This is early 2018, end of the 2017 season. They have a pep rally in Jacksonville ahead of the AFC Championship game, which is going to be at New England. Saxonville is going up to Tom Brady. And Jalen says at the pep rally, we're going to the Super Bowl and we're going to win that B-word trophy, right?
Yeah. What are you supposed to say?
And he goes up there, and his defense gives up 138 yards passing in the fourth quarter to Tom Brady and 2 touchdowns. And Tom roars back from a deficit early in the quarter to win the game with, remember, he had 12 stitches in the palm of his throwing hand. I don't know how he did that.
It's something about Boston.
12,
you know, Kurt Schiller had 15 stitches in his ankle, and now Tom Brady got 15 stitches in his thumb. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, it's neither here nor there that Jalen was on the field as his defense gave up 138 yards passing, and then he advocated after the game that it was all the fault of the defensive coordinator for calling too many zone defenses in the fourth quarter. This is who you're dealing with, Wade Phillips. Thank you very much. Then, ahead of the next season, big GQ bombshell drops.
Oh, yeah.
And Jalen says Josh Allen is trash. Really, had him even playing the wrong school, but that's okay. Won't get into that. He said Matt Ryan is overrated, product of Kyle Shanahan's offense. He also said Jared Goff, interestingly enough, is average to above average, which could be right, except he's now going to go play with him, right? And I could go on and on about what he said. He actually had good things to say about Dak Prescott. It's neither here nor there. So,
thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah. So then he was early 2018. He was responsible for 3 coverage busts, says this story, 2 of which resulted in touchdowns. And after the game, as he took criticism, he tweeted, "When I'm gone from here, ... So he was threatening already. Okay, if you guys don't like me, I'll leave. And then slowly but surely, Tom Coughlin called him out for not being at the voluntaries. Remember that? And they got sideways, crossways. Quick. And again, that was the undoing of Jalen there. But this year...
That was the start of it, Skip. Because remember in Houston, it was reported that he and Doug Marrone got into it on the sidelines. But that was okay. He could deal with Doug Marrone.
Okay.
But it was Tom Coughlin and the general manager, Dave Caldwell, that was the crux of the issue that Jalen Ramsey had with Jacksonville. Love ownership, love the head coach. Just those 2 guys.
Okay, got it. Shows up for this year's training camp in a Brinks truck with his comedian friend, Ha Davis. And they put on a big show, and Ha introduces him as the man, the myth, Jalen Ramsey. And I don't know, he sort of misspoke, but maybe there is some myth going on here. Not sure about that. And then it was one thing after another, and I got to say, Jalen just flat out quit on this year's Jaguars. He quit on them, and again, he had a back injury.
Yeah.
And a girl had a baby. Skip got to see the birth of the baby.
That I give you.
The back is healed now?
I guess the back's okay, and the Rams fully expect him to pass his physical and be ready to play. So, I don't know if it's this Sunday, but it's soon enough.
Well, I will concede that. I don't mind a guy getting traded, asking for a trade. But don't quit on your team. Don't come up with these phantom injuries all of a sudden, because we heard nothing about no back the whole season. And then all of a sudden you get into you don't like the way Tom Coughlin approached you, or what he said to you, and all of a sudden your back is on the brink. Don't do that. I don't like that. That's really the only thing. Yeah, Skip, he's a young kid and he says some things, Cornerbacks are really brash, especially if they're really good, and he had success early. He comes out of Florida State and You know, that used to be DBU, not LSU said they're DBU, whatever. But he has confidence, and you got to have confidence to play that position because you're on an island. They're asking you, Skip, to run backwards as fast as Julio Jones runs forward.
Correct.
And so you have to have that confidence, and you got to have a short memory.
Okay.
And you have to have supreme confidence, and he has that. And yes, he said some things that I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
But for the Rams and where they want to be, I believe Sean McVay, Todd Gurley's situation, it is what it is. I don't know if we'll ever see the Todd Gurley that once had 21, 22 touchdowns in the season, had the guy that went back-to-back 2,000 yards from scrimmage. I don't know if we're going to see that guy again. But I believe Sean McVay can cook up something that still will be good enough offensively to get this team. But the question is defensively. Skip, you can't give up 55 points to Jameis Winston.
Who then turned right around and threw
5 interceptions and he fumbled. So 6 turnovers. That guy just scored 55 on you.
He threw 4 touchdown passes in the 55 points. They had 1 defensive touchdown.
Yeah. So you can't allow that to happen, Skip. And so defensively, I think this was a good Skip, I don't really know. I would have loved to see Kansas City make this move. I think he would have been more valuable to Kansas City than the Rams, but that's neither here nor there. But Stan Kroenke says, we're going into this billion-dollar building, and we want to go in as a winner. And I'm not going into this building 4-12. I'm not going into the building 6-10. So whatever you need to do, I have the assets to do it. Go get it done.
Okay, I got that. And I'm all for plunging if you plunge smartly. I'm not sure this is plunging smartly because I still say football, your game, ultimate we game. It's a unity game. And they're trying to do it with just sheer talent. They're trying to say, go get him. Go get him. Yeah. Don't worry how it fits because they're so good that talent will out. You know, talent will prevail, right?
Teams win.
Okay, well, teams win. So this may be apple to orange, but what do we just see with the Washington Nationals? Baseball.
Yeah.
For the first time since 1933, they're going to a World Series. The Nationals are going to the World Series with a bunch of we guys, none of them named Bryce Harper.
I know.
Bryce Harper kicking his own self in the ass this
That's crazy.
Wow. So Bryce Harper is now making $330 million over 13 years to play for a team that missed the playoffs and whose manager just got fired because somebody had to go because you just got Bryce Harper and you couldn't even make the playoffs, right? Okay, so that Nationals team is fun to watch because they have pulled together.
Yep.
They were down 3-1 in the wild card game in the 8th inning to Milwaukee and Hader, and they came back to win. They were down 3-1 against Kershaw, but against the Dodgers, obviously, in the next round, and they came back to win, hit 2 big home runs, and here they came again. So they got some special magic brewing there, right? Something came together, and the Rams are now a collection of superstar parts, and I'm not sure they're going to come together and be the Washington Nationals of the National Football League.
Probably not. It's very rarely, Skip. I mean, occasionally you can see it, and it happens more so in baseball or basketball than it does football, where you make an acquisition at midseason and it turns on the guy, you go to the World Series or you win the NBA title. We don't normally see that. Every once in a while you see it in football. Maybe Charles Haley might have been the last time I can remember seeing that happen, Skip. You make a trade for a guy and you go on and it takes off from there. But for the most part, it doesn't normally happen like that. But Jalen had to get out of Jacksonville, Skip. It wasn't going to work for him there. Am I surprised that they gave up 2 first-rounders and a 4th? Probably. Knowing that he had to get up out of there, yeah, I'm a little surprised.
All right.
And maybe they were bidding against themselves. Maybe they said, well, this team got this. I don't know, you know. But, Skip, they had to do this. I like the move for the simple fact, front to back. You got Aaron Donald, so Aaron Donald's happy.
I get you. On paper, it looks okay. Okay, I got that. And I love Wade Phillips, and you love Wade Phillips.
I love Wade. Love him.
We've had him on the show, and he's fun to be around, and he's really smart, and he's really good at handling star personalities.
Yes.
So if anybody can do it, Wade can do it, and I'm just not sure Wade can overcome a Jalen Ramsey. And the final incident was he's now reunited with Dante Fowler Jr. in L.A., but remember when they were in Jacksonville, they went to war with the media, and both got suspended because the media was filming an incident that took place at the end of practice between Fowler and Ngakwe. Remember that?
Yep.
And then Jalen jumped in and he was saying, if you want war, we'll go to war. And then they both got suspended. So now here we go again.
Well, he wants to play man. The thing that I know about Wade Phillips, whatever you're good at, he'll let you do it. You want to play Wade? You want to play man? Okay,
he'll play man.
Exactly.
Really? Yeah.
He'll let whatever you skip. Wade will figure out what you do for his defense. What do you do really well?
Okay.
Go do that.
Yeah.
If all you can do is rush the passer, don't worry about first and second down. We're going to put your butt in there on third down. Go get the quarterback. You want to play man coverage? Play man. You want to play zone? Okay. We'll play man on one side. We'll protect you on the other side.
That may happen.
Wow.
May happen.
That's what's made it.
Okay. So the bottom line here is they did get to a Super Bowl with Talib and Marcus Peters.
Correct.
Albeit because of a blown call in New Orleans. But they got there, and I can't take that away.
Correct.
And now, once you plunge on this deal, when you go this deeply all in, this is Super Bowl or bust. So I think the expectations just rose even higher for a team that was struggling to live up to post-Super Bowl expectations, because we always see what happens to the Super Bowl victim, the loser, right? It's always hard to dredge it back up the next year, but unless you're the New England Patriots.
Skip, the Rams have always been for the last couple of years, they've been Super Bowl or bust. That's why they get Brandon Cooks. That's why they get Jared Goff the big deal. Todd Gurley, Aaron Donald.
Okay. Right.
This is why they keep doing. It's for the foreseeable future. It's Super Bowl or bust.
Okay, and the window is going to close quickly on this team because you are going to be so strapped against your cap because they're giving everybody top dollar. Jared Goff, Todd Gurley.